Info Plus for genuine information.
AITM College, Kumaltar, bringing the future of education.
Kathmandu World School, education for a better future.
National College of Computer Studies, Pagnajul Marg, Kathmandu.
I would definitely choose Global College. Trust me.
Global College of Management, Midbanishwar. Info Plus.
नमस्कार, नेपालकै एकमात्र शैक्षिक शो इन्फो प्लसमा यहाँलाई हार्दिक स्वागत छ। हरेक साता आजकै बार र यही समयमा प्रस्तुत हुने यो कार्यक्रमको नयाँ एपिसोड लिएर म कार्यक्रम सञ्चालिका सदीक्षा श्रेष्ठ उपस्थित भइसकेकी छु। इन्फो प्लसको यो निरन्तर यात्रामा साथ दिनुहुने सम्पूर्ण दर्शक र शुभेच्छुकलाई धेरै धेरै धन्यवाद।
इन्फो प्लस
दर्शकवृन्द, एआइटिएम कलेजले भर्खरै अनाउन्स गरेको मेयर्स स्कलरशिप प्रोग्राम बारे बुझ्नका लागि इन्फो प्लसको टिम पुगेको थियो सोही प्रोग्रामको इनोग्रेसनमा। अबका लागि कार्यक्रम इन्फो प्लसमा सोही प्रोग्राम बारे तयार पारिएको यो रिपोर्ट।
इन्फो प्लस।
एआइटिएम कलेजले मेयर्स स्कलरशिपको घोषणा गरेको छ। ललितपुर महानगरपालिकामा बस्ने जेहेन्दार र आर्थिक अवस्था कमजोर भएका विद्यार्थीहरूलाई ब्याचलर अफ कम्प्युटिङ एन्ड आइटी विषयमा पूर्ण छात्रवृत्ति दिने कलेजले जनाएको छ।
हरेक वर्ष 2 जना विद्यार्थी मेयर्सको अफिसबाट रेकमेन्डेड भएका 2 जना विद्यार्थी भाइबहिनीहरू बीएससी आइटी मा 1 जना र प्लस 2 मा कि त साइन्स कि त म्यानेजमेन्टमा 1 जना गरेर जम्मा 2 जना विद्यार्थीहरू र एउटा स्कलरशिपको भ्याल्यु मोनेटरी हिसाबले हेर्ने हो भने पनि अलि राम्रै किसिमको यसको भ्याल्यु छ र सधैँ कन्टिन्यू हुने हिसाबले चाहिँ सकेसम्म हामीले यसलाई चाहिँ लगभग 5 वर्षको एउटा टेन्योर राखेर हरेक वर्ष यो 2 जनालाई हामीले स्कलरशिप एउटा जम्मा गरिरहेको छौँ।
ललितपुर महानगरपालिकाका मेयर चिरीबाबु महर्जनको उपस्थितिमा कलेजले आफ्नो सामाजिक उत्तरदायित्व अन्तर्गत कमजोर आर्थिक अवस्थाकै कारण अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय स्तरको शिक्षा प्राप्त गर्नबाट वञ्चित नहोस् भन्ने उद्देश्यले यो पुण्य कामको थालनी गरिएको कलेजका सिइओ डाक्टर रोशन राठीले बताउनुभयो।
यो स्कलरशिप हामीले मेयरको नाममा राख्यौँ भने यो मिसयुज हुँदैन र हामीले जस्टिस गर्न सक्छौँ कि भन्ने सोचेर नै हामीले यो स्कलरशिप प्रोग्रामको एउटा स्किम निकालेको छ। आजको यस प्रोग्रामलाई हामीले सक्सेसफुल तब मात्र यो गरिन्छ जब हामीले यो वर्ष 2 जना विद्यार्थीलाई हामीले स्कलरशिप दिन पाउँछौँ। अब वास्तवमा प्लस 2 को लागि चाहिँ अलिकति ढिलो भएको हो कि भन्ने मेरो पनि फिलिङ हो, हाम्रो टिमको पनि फिलिङ हो। तर हामीले एउटा रिकमेन्डेसन मेयर साहबको अफिसलाई पनि पठाउँछौँ। हामीले केही विद्यार्थीलाई स्कलरशिप दिएका छौँ सर, त्यसमध्ये 1 जना विद्यार्थीलाई हामीले 100% स्कलरशिप दिएका छौँ। अब यो वर्ष मेयरको अफिसबाट त्यो स्कलरशिप आउन नसक्दाखेरि त्यो रिकमेन्डेसन हामीले पठाइदिएर हजुरहरूले पनि त्यसलाई इभ्यालुएट गरेर त्यो स्कलरशिप 100% जुन हामीले दिएका छौँ त्यसलाई चाहिँ बरु हामीले मेयर स्कलरशिप दिने हो कि भन्ने पनि हामी यसो सोचिरहेको छौँ। र यसरी नै हामीले निरन्तर सोसाइटीलाई, कम्युनिटी एट लार्ज र कन्ट्रीलाई कन्ट्रिब्युट गर्न हामीले पायौँ भने एआइटिएम एज एन इन्स्टिट्युसन वुड अलवेज लाइक।
मेयर्स स्कलरशिप कार्यक्रम ललितपुरका लागि उदाहरणीय सुरुवात भएको मेयर चिरीबाबु महर्जनले बताउनुभयो।
ललितपुर नेपालको शिक्षाको हब भन्छ। यो शिक्षाको हबमा चाहिँ यस्तै किसिमको नामो इन्स्टिट्युसनहरू भएको कारणले चाहिँ यो शिक्षाको हब हुन्छ। तसर्थ महानगरले एआइटिएमसँग सहकार्य गरेर हामी अगाडि बढ्न पाउँदा अझ थप माइलेज प्राप्त गर्छ भन्ने चाहिँ मेरो अनुभव रह्यो। र अब लिने मात्र होइन, तर दिन पनि मन छ। तसर्थ एआइटिएमलाई चाहिँ महानगरपालिकाले के सपोर्ट गर्नुपर्छ, कुन क्षेत्रमा कस्तो किसिमको सहकार्य गर्नुपर्छ, त्यो काम गर्न मिल्दैन। हामीहरू एआइटिएमलाई चाहिँ ललितपुर महानगरपालिकाको तर्फबाट definitely I will send you an appreciation letter very soon.
एआइटिएम कलेजले बर्मिङहम सिटी युनिभर्सिटी युके र आइएएम स्विजरल्यान्डको सम्बन्धनमा बिएचएम, बिएससी, सिएसआइटी र एमबिएस लगायतका कोर्सहरू सञ्चालन गरिरहेको छ।
InfoPlus.
दर्शकवृन्द, एकैछिन व्यापारिक विश्राम हामी लिन गइरहेका छौँ। त्यसपछि पुनः उपस्थित अवश्य पनि हुनेछौँ।
Data is the most valuable thing in the world today. The accumulation of data from a variety of online applications and platforms give rise to big data. The importance of big data doesn't simply revolve around the amount of data you have, but how one utilizes it. The use of big data has brought some of the biggest revolution in the digital world, with the ability to detect frauds, predict consumer behavior, avoid crises, anticipate health conditions, and much more. And most importantly, big data is being used to make machines artificial intelligence with increased accuracy and agility. With big data analytics, you can ultimately fuel better and faster decision making, modeling and predicting outcomes, and enhance business intelligence. According to global statistics, the big data market is currently worth $138.9 billion and generates 2.5 quintillion bytes of data daily. To cater such a huge amount of data and ensure its proper uses, there is a massive demand on big data analytics personnel. Give your career a kickstart with our BSc Honors Computer Science course that offers a specialized curriculum in big data. The future lies in data, and we are here to help you realize it.
कला तपाईँ भित्रै नै छ, हामी त त्यसैलाई कौशल बनाउँछौँ। जोश तपाईँ भित्र नै छ, हामी त्यसलाई जागर बनाउँछौँ। क्षमता छ पक्कै पनि तपाईसँग, आऊ त्यसलाई योग्यता बनाऊ। प्रतिभा छ तपाईसँग, त्यसलाई देऊ AITM को perfection. Admissions open in +2, BHM, BSc CIT, BBA, MBA, IMI तथा BCU सँग आबद्ध नेपालको सर्वोत्कृष्ट कलेज AITM कलेज, सातो बाटो ललितपुर, bringing the future of education.
Welcome to my world. Welcome to Kathmandu World School.
Give your child the best of the world right here in Kathmandu.
Hope to see you soon.
Kathmandu World School. Education for a better future.
National College of Computer Studies, NCCS, College of IT and Management, is a highly professional and experienced college based in Kathmandu, which was established in 1999. For further details, National College of Computer Studies, Bagnajul Marg, Kathmandu.
Welcome, Mr. Hamal.
I have visited Global College many times. I have interacted with your faculty members and students, observed their facilities, and learned about their curriculum. I have spent most of my student life studying abroad. Based on my experience, I can confidently say that the quality of education in Global College matches the international standards. If life gave me a second chance and I had to choose a college, I would definitely choose Global College. Trust me.
Global College of Management, Midbanishwar, Info Plus.
विभिन्न शैक्षिक गतिविधिहरू समेटिएर बनेको कार्यक्रम इन्फो प्लसमा अब हामी लाग्दैछौँ स्टडी स्क्वायरले आयोजना गरेको मोनास युनिभर्सिटीको काउन्सिलिङ डेको बारेमा यो रिपोर्ट।
Info Plus.
नेपालमा संयौंको संख्यामा कन्सल्टेन्सीहरू सञ्चालन भइरहेका छन्, तर विश्वास गर्न लायक संस्थाहरू मध्येको एक स्टडी स्क्वायरले अस्ट्रेलियाको ग्रुप एट अन्तर्गत पर्ने मोनास युनिभर्सिटीको बारेमा परामर्श प्रदान गरेको छ। अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय युनिभर्सिटीहरूमा टप 1% भित्र पर्न सफल मोनास युनिभर्सिटीमा सीमित तर राम्रो डिग्री र डिग्री पश्चात सुरक्षित भविष्य चाहने विद्यार्थीहरू जाने गरेका छन्।
We are probably the largest or one of the largest faculties at the Monash campus. Out of all the 10 faculties, medicine, nursing, health sciences. We have about 16,000 students in total, and 3,500 students would be international students. So it's a great opportunity for our prospective international students to come and join a big cohort of domestic students in our Faculty of Medicine, Nursing, Health Sciences. We offer about 12 different undergraduate degree programs to international students, courses that include medicine, biomedical science, health science, public health, nursing, occupational therapy, physiotherapy, radiography and medical imaging, just to name a few. And then we also have a large number of postgraduate courses for students that already have a bachelor degree. These include courses like the Master of Nursing Practice, the Master of Public Health, the Master of Social Work, the Master of Health Data Analytics, which is a new course starting from semester 1, 2023, and other courses in biotechnology and biomedical health science as well, just to name a few. Some of the key strengths of our faculty and some of the reasons why you should consider studying at Monash Medicine, Nursing and Health Sciences. We're very strong in our rankings, World University rankings, according to the QS 2022 rankings. So for nursing, we're ranked number 14 in the world. For anatomy and physiology, we're ranked number 29 in the world. For medicine, number 38 in the world. And for psychology, which is a growing area, number 49 in the world. So what does that mean? It means Monash is a strong brand, strong reputation, and we hope that that will enhance your career prospects when you graduate with one of our degrees at Monash University in Medicine, Nursing and Health Sciences. What about the careers, you may be thinking? Is medicine, nursing, health sciences or the allied health sector good for job opportunities? Will I get a job? The job prospects are excellent in Australia for medicine, nursing and health science graduates for a number of reasons. We've seen what's happened around the world recently in the past 3 years with the pandemic. That's been bad in terms of health and movement around the world. But for our sector, medicine, nursing and health sciences, it's created a lot of jobs for students, a lot of jobs that were not previously available. And governments and companies are now investing a lot more money in looking for graduates from a health-related background. Also in Australia, we have an ageing population, it's getting older. We have a growing population, it's getting bigger. We have a growing middle class. And we also have a growing complexity of disease. So these are all reasons why healthcare graduates are in demand in Australia, and not just in Australia, also around the world.
स्टडी स्क्वायरले मोनासकै प्रतिनिधिलाई आफ्नो कार्यालयमा बोलाई नेपाली विद्यार्थी तथा अभिभावकहरूलाई सो युनिभर्सिटी र समग्र अस्ट्रेलिया अध्ययनबारे परामर्श प्रदान गरेको हो। पछिल्लो समयमा अस्ट्रेलिया अध्ययनबारे धेरै विद्यार्थीहरू जिज्ञासु बनेका छन्। भिसा रिजेक्सन रेशियो समेत बढ्दै गएको देखिएको छ। अस्ट्रेलियन हाई कमिसनका अनुसार जेन्युइन विद्यार्थीहरूका लागि भिसा लिन कठिनाई नहुने बुझिएको छ। मेलबर्नमा अवस्थित मोनास युनिभर्सिटीका बारेमा विस्तृत जानकारी दिनुका साथै छात्रवृत्तिको सम्भावनाका बारे समेत युनिभर्सिटीका प्रतिनिधिहरूले परामर्श सेसनमा जानकारी दिएका थिए।
Basically, at Monash University, we offer two scholarships. The first one is called Leadership Scholarship, that basically covers 100% tuition fees of either bachelor degree or master's degree, especially in the Faculty of Science. We also have the Monash Merit Scholarship. It's about 31 scholarships. We cover $10,000 per year. But both of these scholarships are merit-based. So when I say merit-based, it will depend on the students' previous study, GPA, and also the academic performance of these students at either undergrad or master level. Australia as a destination, is one of the popular destinations for students from Nepal or for most students around the world. The university, as I mentioned before, is based in the city of Melbourne, so it's the second biggest city after Sydney. It's a very popular city for Nepalese students. So the biggest Nepalese community lives in Sydney, but we also have probably the second biggest community is in Melbourne. Melbourne has been ranked in the last 11 years as one of the most livable cities in the world and the top destination for international students.
स्टडी स्क्वायर विद्यार्थी तथा अभिभावकहरूका लागि एक विश्वासिलो नाम बन्ने र सोही अनुसार सेवा प्रदान गरिरहेको बिजनेस हेड सुजता शेर्पाले बताउनुभयो।
स्टडी स्क्वायरको हाम्रो अल्टिमेट गोल भनेको पनि हाउ टु एड अ भ्याल्यु टुवर्ड्स द जर्नी अफ द स्टुडेन्ट्स यहाँबाट अस्ट्रेलियासम्म या यहाँबाट युएससम्म जानेमा। सो वी हेभ अलवेज बिन भेरी कन्सियस अबाउट द थिङ कि कसरी गर्ने, हाउ क्यान वी एड भ्याल्यु, र त्यसैले गर्दा चाहिँ वी किप अन अर्गनाइजिङ दिस सर्ट अफ नलेज बेस्ड सेसन्स। पास्टमा पनि हामीले 2-3 months ब्याक मात्रै पनि आइटीमा वी डिड अ मास्टर क्लास सो द्याट वी कुड गिभ अ मोर इन्फर्मेसन्स, र अहिले मोनासको भयो, र नेक्स्ट मन्थमा पनि आई हेभ 2 other सेसन्स। One is with the UTS, University of Technology Sydney. So त्यहाँबाट फ्याकल्टी अफ साइन्सबाट प्रोफेसर विल आइराख्नु भएको छ। Along with her, there is engineering faculty is also traveling. Julia Selly is also traveling from the Faculty of Science. So त्यो समयमा पनि we will be able to give them more idea about अस्ट्रेलियामा साइन्स पढ्न जाँदा कस्तो खालको चाहिँ स्कोपहरू छ, what sort of preparations is required, career outcome कस्तो छ, इमर्जिङ रोल्सहरू कस्तो छ यो सेक्टर्सहरूमा। यो बाहेक then towards the end of the September I'll be conducting another sessions with the Latrobe University where I will have the faculty coming from the engineering and IT. किनभने IT पनि one of the area हो जहाँ चाहिँ धेरै नेपाली स्टुडेन्टहरू when they decide to go abroad they choose to go with the IT program. So there are a range of IT programs that is offered by the Latrobe University.
Info Plus.
अब लागौं हाम्रो नियमित सेगमेन्ट वक्स पप तर्फ।
अहिले अस्ट्रेलियाको एकदमै मार्केटमा भिजा रिफ्युजलको केस सुनिराखेको छ हैन। यो हजुरको गभर्नमेन्ट अस्ट्रेलियाको गभर्नमेन्टबाट पनि हामीलाई धेरै नै रुल चेन्जहरू भयो भनेर आयो। म्याक्सिमम चाहिँ हामीले सुनेको चाहिँ मार्केटमा यो जुन डिप्लोमा कोर्समा हामीले स्टुडेन्टहरूलाई हालेको छ उनीहरूको चाहिँ एकदमै भिजा रिफ्युजल भनेर सुनेको छ। तर हामीले चाहिँ युजुअली युनिभर्सिटी फोकस गर्ने गरिरहेछ। त्यही भएर मैले चाहिँ अब स्टुडेन्टहरूलाई चाहिँ आफ्नो स्कोर पुग्दा पनि डिप्लोमा कोर्समा नहालेर युनिभर्सिटीहरूमा जानलाई चाहिँ अलिकति रिक्वेस्ट गर्छु। स्टुडेन्ट आफैले पनि एकदमै धेरै रिसर्चहरू गर्नुपर्ने हुन्छ।
स्टुडेन्ट भिजाको लागि म अप्लाई गर्दैछु अनि इन दिस सिचुएसन सोसियल मिडियामा अब रिजेक्सनको केसेसहरू देखिरहेको हुन्छु। यता हाई कमिसनले यो गाह्रो पार्यो भन्ने न्युजहरू सुनिराख्दाखेरि मलाई पनि अलिकति डर नलागेको होइन, डर लागेकै हो। तर एउटा एप्लिकेन्ट भएको हिसाबमा एउटा स्टुडेन्ट भिजामा म जान आइरहेको छु सो द्याट टु बी इन्डिपेन्डेन्ट इन माइसेल्फ। त्यसैले मैले चाहिँ जानुभन्दा अगाडि प्रपर रिसर्चको चाहिँ आवश्यकता रहेछ भन्ने कुरा चाहिँ मैले मेरो आफ्नै एक्सपिरियन्सले थाहा पाएँ।
पछिल्लो समय अस्ट्रेलियाको अलिकति रिफ्युजल केस चाहिँ बढिरहेको नै छ, किनकि धेरै जस्तो स्टुडेन्टहरूले चाहिँ कन्सल्टेन्सीमाथि नै डिपेन्डेन्ट हुने गरेका छन्। बट त्यस्तो नगरेर आफूले पनि कुनै पनि कन्ट्री जाँदैछौँ भने त्यो कन्ट्रीको बारेमा आफूले पनि रिसर्च गर्न एकदमै जरुरत छ। सो कतिपय कन्सल्टेन्सीहरूले नै अब फर्दर स्टडीको लागि तिमी चाहिँ ब्याचलरमा जाऊ, तिमी चाहिँ अथवा डिप्लोमामा जाऊ भन्दिने गर्नुहुन्छ। तर त्यसो गर्नुभन्दा पनि उसको डकुमेन्ट हेरिकन उसको डकुमेन्टले युनिभर्सिटीमा जाँदाखेरि बेटर छ अथवा तपाईँको कलेजमा जाँदाखेरि बेटर छ, उसको स्कोरले अथवा सिधै युनिभर्सिटीले नै उसलाई एक्सेप्ट गर्छ, त्यो कुराहरू चाहिँ एकदमै हेरिदिनु पर्ने हुन्छ।
कुनै पनि कन्सल्टेन्सीकै भरमा या कुनै काउन्सिलरको भरमा चाहिँ के अरे फर्दर अप्लाई गर्ने नगर्नु, आफूले पनि रिसर्च गरेर चाहिँ त्यही अनुसारले फर्दर एकदमै जेन्युन डकुमेन्ट्सहरू चाहिँ उहाँहरूले बुझाउनु भयो भने त्यही अनुसारले प्रोसेस गर्दा चाहिँ राम्रो होला। भिजा सक्सेस रेट चाहिँ युनिभर्सिटीमा चाहिँ अलिकति लेभल 1 को युनिभर्सिटीलाई फोकस गरेर गर्दा भए चाहिँ धेरै नै राम्रो हुन्छ भनेर सजेसन दिन्छु।
मैले चाहिँ भेट कोर्सको एकदमै रिफ्युजल केसहरू बढिरहेको छ भनेर सुन्नमा आइरहेको छ, तर हाम्रो कन्सल्टेन्सीबाट भने त्यस्तो भएको छैन अहिलेसम्मको केसमा। तर त्यस्तो नहोस् भने कस्तो केसमा भएको छ भने जस्तै स्टुडेन्टको डकुमेन्टेसन पनि पुरा छ तर पनि त्यो स्टुडेन्टलाई चाहिँ सिधै ब्याचलरमा जानको लागि ऊ सक्षम छ भने उसलाई चाहिँ तपाईको ब्याक गरेर उसलाई चाहिँ सिधै डिप्लोमाको लागि हालिराखेको छ। यो कन्सल्टेन्सीको पनि अलिकति चाहिँ ठुलो समस्या हो जस्तो लाग्छ मलाई। त्यस्तो नगरिदिनु होला, किनभने कुनै पनि स्टुडेन्टहरूले आफ्नो ड्रिमलाई नै लिएर अगाडि बढिरहेको हुन्छ। सो त्यस्तो केसले गर्दाखेरि अलिकति रिफ्युजल केसहरू बढिरहेको हो। जस्तै जेन्युन डकुमेन्टहरू नबनाइदिने, त्यस्तो नगरिदिनु होला। सकेसम्म जेन्युन डकुमेन्ट भयो भने चाहिँ हामी फर्दरको लागि आफू पनि सक्षम हुन्छौँ र सँगसँगै कन्सल्टेन्सी पनि सक्षम हुन्छ जस्तो मलाई लाग्छ।
दर्शकवृन्द, कार्यक्रम इन्फो प्लसमा हामीले विभिन्न पर्सनालिटिजहरूसँग विभिन्न विषयमा कुराकानी गर्दछौँ र सो कुराकानी लिएर यहाँहरू समक्ष उपस्थित पनि हुने गर्दछौँ। सोही क्रममा अब लागौँ आजको कुराकानीतर्फ।
इन्फो प्लस।
Welcome to our program Info Plus. Thank you so much, Sadiksha, and also welcome to you to the Australian Embassy compound. It's great to have you here.
Thank you so much for opening your doors for this beautiful interview set up for us today. It is lovely chatting with you. Your Excellency, one of the first things I want to start up with is by just mentioning what a commendable work the Australian government did with the prompt response to the COVID-19, the pandemic, with the borders being shut down. And taking care of all the citizens who were there and all the international students and citizens who were there as well. But sadly, because of that, a lot of international students who wished to come to Australia were affected. And also, international or foreign studies contributes a large percentage of the Australian GDP. And I really wanted to know during this particular time, how were the universities and colleges in Australia affected?
Yeah, listen, thank you for recognising the work that the Australian government did very early on to provide a very safe environment for everybody who was inside Australia, including our international students. Right. Obviously, the pandemic, as it has everywhere around the world, very badly affected many people in our country, not just Australian citizens, but people who were inside the country, international students who were continuing their studies. So a difficult time for everybody, and I do offer my deep commiserations to people who've been affected. So very tough for Nepali students who were both in the country and those who were trapped outside. A frustrating time for people and a worrying time for people. But the government worked very hard to provide supports, and so our federal government, our state governments and our universities all worked hard to put new measures in place to support the international student population. In addition, the government provided supports to the education providers, and that also helped to get people through what was a remarkably difficult period.
And now that the borders have opened, Your Excellency, how is the post-pandemic situation like in Australia?
Well, I guess I would be careful about saying post-pandemic. I think that we're all still navigating some difficult times. The infection rates are definitely way down in Australia. Our vaccination rates are very high. We're looking at vaccination rates of around about 95% fully vaccinated in most parts of the country, which means that now that we are welcoming students back into the country, because our borders did open to international students on the 15th of December 2021 and to all people in February this year, we're now able to offer a really safe environment. And our health systems have been proved second to none, so that as we welcome people back, we're able to say that we can offer a really safe environment. Things are starting to move forward. We are learning to live with the pandemic in Australia as we are in Nepal and in other countries around the world. And I'm hoping that now we're navigating through to a much easier time for everybody.
And also a lot of students, Your Excellency, now, Australia has always been the number one destination when it comes to Nepali students as well, because of two predominant reasons. Number one, definitely being quality education, fantastic quality education, and the number two being job opportunities, right? But post-pandemic, there's sort of this confusion that students have that, when we now go to Australia, will we still get the opportunities that the students before us got? So what is the job opportunity scenario like for international students in Australia currently?
So the good news is that right at the moment, the job opportunities are even greater than they were pre-pandemic. Because we've had a 2-year period where we haven't had many, for example, backpackers coming to Australia who often get involved in the casual workforce in Australia. There is in fact a lot of opportunities in the casual work sector, such that right at this point in time, the government has changed its offerings of temporary work, casual work for students. Previously, students were allowed to work up to 20 hours a week. At the moment, they can work unlimited hours in Australia. This could change. It's a temporary measure while we don't have a lot of people in the casual workforce, but it does present new opportunities to Nepali students. What I would say is your first obligation is to yourself and to get a great quality education. Do not sacrifice your academic success for the sake of work. You're in Australia to really make the most of that education opportunity. Of course, the work experience, being out in the community, experiencing all aspects of life in Australia is also important as a broad education. But the first priority should be your academic studies.
Very rightly said, Your Excellency. I think a lot of students sometimes get sidetracked because of a lot of things, but they're there to get quality education and to get a really good high quality degree in the first place. Your Excellency, another thing I really wanted to ask you was, because of this surge and this backlog, a lot of students are finding it very, very difficult to get timely appointments for the panel of doctors and their biometrics. Many students are even worried because their classes, their semesters has already started in Australia while they're still stuck waiting for that appointment date. How are things being managed in this aspect?
Yeah, and I acknowledge it's a very difficult situation at the moment, and I do offer my sympathy to students who are caught in this situation where they're having difficulty organising biometrics and medical appointments. We're keenly aware of this situation. I talk to my colleagues in our Department of Home Affairs about this frequently, and there are new measures coming into place to deal with the backlog and the very high numbers of applications. I guess we were all caught by surprise at how quickly there would be a rebound in interest in travelling to Australia. On the one hand, it's really pleasing and we're so delighted to welcome students back in their usual numbers. On the other hand, this has meant that there's been a dramatic rush of people applying for visas, applying for their biometrics and doing their medicals. So I've been working with some of our medical service providers at the IOM to organise that they're putting on additional doctors so that they can deal with the medical backlog. And in the same way, at VFS, where the biometrics are captured, there's another kiosk being put in there. So we're taking practical measures to deal with the backlog, but I do ask for people's patience and forbearance. It's a difficult situation. We will catch up as quickly as we can with the level of interest in coming to Australia.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency, for your time and your wonderful words of wisdom.
Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure to talk to you today.
Info Plus.
दर्शकवृन्द, यो कुराकानीसँगै आजका लागि इन्फो प्लसको निर्धारित समय पनि सकिने लागेको छ। इन्फो प्लसमा समेटिएका विषय र समेटिनुपर्ने प्रसङ्गको बारेमा हामीलाई फिडब्याक अवश्य पनि पठाउनुहोला। यहाँको अमूल्य सल्लाह सुझाव हामीले प्राप्त गर्नेछौँ भन्ने विश्वासका साथ आजका लागि म लगायत इन्फो प्लस युनिट सबैलाई बिदा दिनुहोस्। नमस्कार।
Info Plus for genuine information.